continuing our train of phenomenal Season 5 guests, maybe with the most exciting one yet, Oliver Twixt. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. How y'all doing?
Good.
Doing so
Good.
well. Look, I love always starting out these episodes just giving Lee a chance to kind of have a nice quick chat, catch up with our guests, because the first thing he says to us when he joins on is, I can't wait to meet Oliver this weekend.
I did. I said it. Representing the LGBTQ plus family, and you're part of the Circle family. Let me do a hard hitting question. Do we hate Chaz for blocking you?
Oh no,
Wow.
we do not hate Chaz for blocking us because it definitely gave me the Jennifer Hudson story of the circle, and I embraced it with full, widespread, open arms.
I love that.
You were incredible. I'm telling you, you probably could hear us talking because when the show was going on, we were watching it. We were all we when you came on because you came so late. We all just fell in love. I mean, you did the work, honey, because it was amazing. I think you're fabulous. I've already talked to Chris Sapphire about you, and he thinks you're all it. I mean, he just believes in you, and I think you're just starting out and at the beginning of all of it. How did you know? And I listened to Glow Up. I want to do a little shout out for your new track. Amazing, your voice is incredible.
Thank you. Y'all so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
How did you? So is music kind of your main line, or is it just multimedia? You're going to dominate the world.
No, it's definitely morphed into a multimedia maven trying to master the whole entire universe, but music is definitely the first building block. I've always loved music since I was as young as I can remember, like 3, 4, singing and performing. And it's developed into many facets over the years, but singing and rapping kind of became like the main weapons of choice. And so with the song Glow Up, I'm definitely talking about like my last bit with love and just trying to take a very emotional, dark moment in my life and trying to find the positive in it. Not even trying to find the positive in it, but celebrating the positive in it, reminding myself of who I am and what I'm capable of doing, and just really taking all those experiences, appreciating them as I move forward in my glow up.
You can
That's amazing.
stream and download Glow Up at songwhip.com/Oliver Twixt /glow-up, as well as you can find it on YouTube. I just hit the like button. I commented. I subscribed to Oliver's channel, just like you should all do to the Agents of Fandom channel. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit that notification bell. And it's a good thing that we don't hate Chaz, because we've been talking in the DMs, and we're going to have an episode here of Tickets in the near future with Chaz on here as well. So
Yeah.
Beautiful.
give us a little background, of course, of your what's gotten you started into music. And we obviously got to know you so well on The Circle, and kind of give us the full background. Who is Oliver Twixt? We got some viewers who maybe haven't seen The Circle as well, so give us you're one of the most beautiful people inside and out I've ever seen on the background.
Oh my God, thank you. Oh no, but for real. So I grew up in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale to be exact. I'm a product of a single mother home. My mom was a cop. She still is a cop to this day. And I consider my other parents to be my grandparents, my nana and granddaddy, who are still with us. I grew up very Southern Baptist. I grew up in a middle class Black family of teachers, lawyers, doctors, nurses, professionals, educated, and so that really played a lot into my early development. So that's where the nerd side comes in, because my family was very strong about being educated and doing well in school, because at the time, especially I'm just gonna kick it to you straight, all right, because that's the only way I can do it. And Black flames at the time, the way out was to be educated, was to do well in school, was to be a scholar and all those other things. And so with that being something that was heavily rooted in me, I took school very serious. Honestly, I know people say this all the time, but I honestly was a straight A student. Only had to take the SAT once, only had to take the ACT once. Was able to get into any school I wanted to. I got a scholarship from Oprah Winfrey and her foundation, where I actually had a full ride to Morehouse College, where I did finish. I studied music. I studied the voice as well as conducting. Was blessed to graduate at the top of my department. At the end of those 4 years, I was on the math team. I was just a nerd. But I found this almost like alter ego type of outlet when it came to rapping, when I found that was something that I really liked. And I just was able to express myself in a very authentic way, reflective of anything I was feeling, thinking, going through, experiencing, wanted to say. I was able to put that exact thought in music, and then of course reflect how I felt in my fashion and how I chose to present. And so just from there, I've just always had music in the forefront. And so what ended up happening was, I'm here in Atlanta, and I started creating my own content for myself. I started doing my own graphics, started like overseeing my own visuals, editing my own music videos. I still edit all my music videos to this day. And what ended up happening was, there in Atlanta, we have a great industry of black artists, black celebrities, reality TV people. It's a big thing here. A lot of social media influencers live here. Black ones, they live here in Atlanta. And there was this one by the name of Funky.Nevo, who's like a gatekeeper in our community, who, you know, transcended into other forms of media. He hired me to be his intern while I was at college. And that allowed me to meet so many people that I've worked with. T.S. Madison, who's like a gay mother, mentor to me. Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine, Quad from Married to Medicine, Spice, who's like a dance hall queen, Shekinah Joe from VH1. I did some work for Tyler Perry. Now I'm working with Candy, Miss Pat, things like that. And so from there, I started building this presence online as this content creator to the stars, and who did music, who's just this creative person. Which then segued into me creating content on YouTube, which showed more of my personality on a web series called Chasing Atlanta, which is about queer people in Atlanta all chasing their individual dreams. And that's where like I first started building my fan base of people who just like Oliver as a personality. Okay, from there, working with celebrities, doing all this other stuff, I went viral during the pandemic for doing interviews with contestants from America's Next Top Model. To this date, I've done like over 150 of them. I've spoken to judges, I've spoken to Tyra, and they just started like getting covered in magazines and stuff like that, where people were exposed to my personality. Then from there, I got blessed enough to be on TV with T.S. Madison on WeTV on her show, where people saw my personality, and then now The Circle. I think that's it.
Wow.
Oh, that's it? Because damn, that was wow.
That is a lot.
It's been crazy. Like every year, it's been something. It's been an exciting ride, honestly.
That's amazing. And honestly, I can see why your content has blown up, because you're just such a wonderful personality. I highly enjoyed watching you on The Circle. So, you know, speaking of your time on The Circle, who would you have chosen to win other than yourself? Because, you know, that makes sense.
That's easy. Oliver Twixt, of course.
Totally fair.
But honestly, if I personally could have chosen a winner, only because I always root for the underdog. And, you know, I would say it was very hard for a lot of us to compete with Raven, Chaz, and Sam. Like, it was a locked thing that wasn't going anywhere. And so I actually always took a liking to Tamira / Tasia. And in The Circle, you know, you of course, Lee, you filmed it. They can't show everything. They don't show everything. But me and Tamira really cultivated a relationship to where I was kind of like her big brother. When in real life, Tasia, well, technically I am still her big brother because I'm taller than Tasia. Like, But I just took a liking to her because I saw that she was having a difficult time on the show, you know, while we were competing. And so I probably, if not myself, I would have to her just because of, you know, I guess I felt bad. You know, I feel bad.
We love her. We had her on last week, and she's a wonderful person. So
her and I actually snuck and saw each other twice in between us filming the show and waiting for the show to drop. And that's just like my girl. I absolutely love her. She's like my real life friend, and she's amazing. I'm glad you guys got to experience that.
Yeah, I love that so much. She was great.
She told me that you guys couldn't smoke pot, and I told her, so it was really strange. Like, I'm just kidding.
He got whatever he wanted.
I got whatever I wanted.
That's what we're all learning.
Look, you seem shocked, but look, with the last chat with Tamira last week, which you can of course find up on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast with Tasia, who played Tamira on The Circle. It got horny, it got chaotic, it was hilarious, it was a really fun time. So we can only hope we get to that level again today. But speaking of
now, Miss Oliver, don't get into that. I don't judge nobody that do all that, but we ain't doing none of that. Now, I can speak in tongues, we can catch the Holy Ghost, and we make him pussy roll and pop our ass to look him record, even Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, but we ain't doing that, right?
I mean, look, this was probably the sexiest season of The Circle we've ever had, and maybe no than your conversation with Chaz. Obviously, we don't get to see a ton of it on the show. We get to see parts of it, but what was it like when you guys met for the first time? How that
I was like, this brother Tucker really is real life short. I can't do nothing with no short little boy. Big girl, you know, you got to drink your milk. Can we cuss?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Please.
Oh, perfect. I got to drink your milk fucking with a bitch like me. You know what I'm saying? So meeting Chaz was fun, honestly. I'm kind of, you know, I'm a smart girl. You know, you heard me say that. So, and I watched tons of reality TV. I watched tons of television. And so, you know, I knew nothing bad happened to me, like, on the show. Like, I have all these heartfelt chats and these heartfelt moments and these fun, candid moments and, you know, making people laugh. I was like, girl, who's going to drop the hammer on my neck? Because somebody is coming to drop the hammer on my neck. Like, this got to happen. And I knew, you know, I ruled out it wasn't going to be Sam, because me and her had a really good connection when we spoke. I knew it wasn't going to be Raven because her and I consistently spoke. I knew it wasn't going to be Tamira because that was like my girl. Like, me and her were like, we was like, bitch, we got each other in all of this. And Aunt Jen ass was never going to be an influencer to have any power to get rid of anybody. So I knew, you know, if anything, it was possibly going to be the person that I was trying to throw my coochie to, which I thought was joyous because what better way to go out of the circle? I felt like I went out a freaking superstar, rock star. And I knew when I filmed it back then that the people were going to be upset.
Yeah, you were incredible. I'm just saying that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm jumping over people.
Don't apologize. Get in there.
I love Oliver. He doesn't know how much I love him, but I love him to death. I thought you really were incredible. You represented, and I loved it. Anyway, go ahead. Next.
Your video from home when you met with Chaz, all of these great moments. It made all of us fall in love with you. But on the note of with you, this was the Circle singles. Are you single right now? You said Chaz was too short. What are the requirements? Like, what's the ideal person for Oliver Twixt?
You know, height isn't really an issue, to be honest. You know, I'm just gonna keep it straight. Let me stop fucking around with y'all. You know, you know, I like a man of a certain tax bracket, you know.
Of course.
Let's be there. That's just only because, you know, I can't be able to buy pizza at 2 a.m. and your ass can't buy pizza at 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be able to do some of the same things. And, you know, so let's start there. That's a great place to start. And then I would say he has to be very intellectual. I love conversation. I love someone who can teach me something. That is actually one of the biggest turns on for me when it comes to a guy. If he does something or knows something that I necessarily cannot do, or he's further along in his journey than me, and he's figured out some shit, like, I'll get pregnant in the very moment, you know. And that's probably bad. But I'm just being honest. I love a man of ambition. I love a man of caliber. I love a man of vision. I love a man who goes out there and gets it. That really makes me excited. And then someone who's spiritually inclined, educated, smart, funny, hopefully has a big dick.
Yep, all right.
So size does matter.
It's not height, just length.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And
I love you, Oliver.
Yeah.
You're fun.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody that's watching or listening, if you fit that description, be sure to let us know, and we'll pass your name and pictures and bank account number over to Oliver.
Not just open the door for people to send us dick pics, because that's basically what you just did. Like, I'm out here helping you run your socials. You can't just be invite dick pics to be flying at me like that, man. Like, come on.
You're just gonna wake up, you know, oh, time to, you know, put out a tweet. Shit. And then it's not gonna be fun.
I've gotten since the circle has been out. I've seen some.
I can imagine. Oh my God.
I bet you have.
I don't want to see your penis.
Yeah. Yeah, I got those, believe it or not, even though I'm coupled up 35 years. When I first, especially right after I got off, I had so many, and then lots saying they wanted to be Stevens and my sugar baby, and I'm like, no, we're okay. We're all right.
Oh my God.
I mean,
what about us to be your sugar daddy?
Well, okay. My great grandmother told me a long time ago, I fell in love for love the first time. And if it doesn't work out, I'm going to fall in love for money. I mean, you can fall in love with a rich guy or a poor guy, and the next guy's going to be rich.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
35 years. You know.
We love you, Steve.
Go, Ryan. Go. Get me out of this.
Get me out of
I mean, oh God, how do we even circle back to this? So, I mean, one of the most chaotic things that also happened this season was the hacker. You know, Shubi, who, I mean, surprising, or, you know, maybe not surprising to some of you, Sasha, you know, gave Auntie Jen this power to, you know, hack someone and then stir up chaos. So, and what I'm wondering from you is that if you had this power to be the hacker, who would you have hacked, and what would you have done with that power?
You know what? To be quite honest, I always knew Sam was going to win. Well, let me not say I always knew, because I didn't know anything, but I had a strong inclination that Sam was going to win, and I'll explain why. I knew my ass wasn't going to win because I just got into this motherfucker, so we know that's not going to happen. I felt like Tom was such a good player, but then, you know, the circle started doing this little thing. The circle started doing this little thing where the thing started thanging and the circling started circling. That's what I'm just going to say. And when I saw Chaz call out Tom, I was like, that ain't going to happen. Anyways, I probably would have fucked with Sam, to be quite honest, because I knew from like the moment I spoke to her, the moment I saw her, the moment I read her messages, I was like, this is it. You know, Chaz was popular, but typically in the circle, the most popular person never win. Like, you know, people just use them to get to the end, and then they let his ass go. I didn't think Raven was going to win. I didn't think so. So probably Sam. I would have hacked Sam, and I probably would have went and talked to because I probably would have wanted to get in some trouble. I probably wouldn't have went and talked to Raven.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
I like the strategy.
I like it.
I like that. Yeah, honestly that's a good call. So you said you love reality TV in general. What are some shows that you're watching lately that you love? And if you could choose another reality show to be on, what would that be?
You know, currently right now, I am not watching too much of reality TV because as someone who's been on it, and when your season is on, like your show is on, you just get drained. And you never can really watch it to enjoy it. You're watching for you're looking for the strings, you're looking for all the other stuff. And so I'm honestly not watching any reality TV right now. If anything, I'm actually watching a lot of Fox Soul content. I had a show on Fox Soul, Turned Out with T.S. Madison, that I was an EP and editor of. And so I just love the network. They have this show called TGIF that I watch religiously. I also watch The Breakfast Club. I love The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne and them. I've been watching a lot of like podcasty type of content. And if I had the opportunity to be on another show, you know what? Everyone keeps saying they would love to see me on Big Brother. And I've never watched Big Brother outside of the season that New York was on. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. Let me keep it at home. Put my nasty, horny, funny ass on Perfect Match. Okay?
There you go.
Yes.
Agree.
That's it.
Perfect Match is something we've
I
all
love
been
that.
so excited for, obviously, with so many previous Circle castmates on. Talking about this on our last few episodes, we brought it up with Chris. We brought it up with Tasia as well. This was Lee's idea. We need a queer dating Netflix.
100%.
Yes, and I was, it's such an honor, honestly, that the first time we've really seen queer folk flirt on the Circle, or any really, big reality TV show, came by way of Chaz and I, and it was really dope to see that. And hopefully moving forward they do incorporate more queer LGBTQ friendly dating romancy type content on the network, because people absolutely love seeing me and Chaz have that moment on their TV screen. So hopefully we can get some more.
Well, we've been all just waiting ever since Shot at Love with Tila. Since that show ended, we haven't really gotten any type of reality show with any type of queer representation. So that would be fantastic if Netflix fires something up with that. But you've become a star, but you've always been that way. More people are just starting to notice now. What does Oliver Twixt's best life look like? Is it a music career, a movie career? Like, if you're out here going, I did it, what does that look like for you?
You know what? It may be so cliche, but I'm honestly living my best life right now. Every day I get up happy with a peace of mind, knowing that all my needs are met. I have range to do whatever it is that I want to do. I've built momentum to follow my career, my passions, and my dreams, and my aspirations. I'm able to meet people like you guys on a day-to-day basis and connect and, love on each other and have a good time and laugh. I can eat what I want. I can drink when I want. So I'm trying to get out of this habit of saying that when this happens, this is when life is great. And I'm trying to rest more in enjoying the moment and appreciating the moment. And so, and giving honor to the God that's really blessed me to be here with all the things that I do, I have to say I'm living my best life right now. And guess what? My ass is gonna go to sleep and wake up tomorrow, and it's just gonna get better.
Love that.
So well said. There's a book, I don't know if you've ever read it, called The Power of Now. And it's kind of what you're saying about, because if you're trying to time travel to whether that be the past or the future, you're never really settled. You're never really embracing those moments. And so, great advice. Your sage advice. So, give me some advice about style because your glasses are fabulous. Look at these old. I'm old, but and when you see me in Atlanta, I'm hoping to get more advice. But come on, style me up here right now. Go. In fact, style all of us because my friends here need style advice as well.
We do. Before you even do this, I want the style advice bad, except don't be too harsh on Emma and my sweaters here. Wonderful sweaters from aofandom.com and the Agents of Fandom store. But Oliver, you're rocking the 90s colors and kind of patterning right now. I got to give this quick plug to an interview I have up on the Agents of Fandom YouTube page with Robin DeJesus, who of course plays Michael in Tick, Tick, Boom, and he's in Welcome to Chippendales. And we were both just like happenstance to be wearing like these retro 90s patterned and colored sweaters in the interview. I'm such a huge fan of him in Tick, Tick, Boom, and so it brought my nerves from like up here to down here because he was like, "Hey, nice sweater," and I was like, "Oh God, I did
it." Yes. I appreciate everyone complimenting my style. I honestly just get up and wear whatever I want to wear, to be quite honest. I would say I'm thoroughly inspired by the fashion sense of Cruella de Vil. I always loved how she mixed patterns and textures and colors and prints. And it was always this sense of gaudiness, but sophisticated. And it was flashy, yet conservative. And it was professional, yet provocative. It was always this walking juxtaposition in how she did things. And just seeing how she married these colors and patterns, I've been always inspired by her. That's my fashion inspiration. I can't wait till I can have her budget and I can just really go all it.
Okay, so I'm taking away. I should get a slutty virginal attire. Got it. That's what
I'm going based off you when you were in the circle, and you were always quirky, yet I would say quirky and cute. Let's say quirky and cute. So I would love to see you in some nice shorts with them folded above the knee. Let's show those legs off. Let's get you some Converses, low cut Converses.
Okay.
Let's yellow because yellow is fun. Let's put you in a nice let's say, you know what? Let's color block you. Let's do some red pants, right? Some red shorts folded above the knee. Let's show those legs off, and then let's put you on a Let me think. Let's put you on a what is it? Like a plaid shirt underneath that maybe has some red, green, yellow, blue, white undertones, right? Let's put you on a green tie and a blue sweater, a blue cardigan, and I'll give you my yellow glasses.
Oh my God, I'm ready,
Wow.
man. You painted a beautiful picture. I love it.
You guys have to go shopping in Atlanta
Yeah.
now.
Where is this, by the way? I love your glasses.
So I go to different kiosks in different malls, and they all have like the same generic sunglass setup where they just sell glasses for like 2 for $20, 3 for $30, like some shit like that. And so I just find cool frames and I just pop out the lenses and we just keep going.
I love it. Fantastic. All right. Cool. I'm just happy. I've got to go shopping tomorrow. I should be, if I show up in Atlanta wearing that, of course it's going to be too cold probably, but I want to have your outfit on when I show up in Atlanta.
Before everything else. That's what I say.
All right.
When you two finally meet in person, I want selfies, I want videos, all of the above. But also Oliver, their show you happen to be on one day, whether it's in that reality TV realm or outside, and even music you want to promote, you got my number. Make sure you reach back out to talk to us anytime you like, because we got multiple podcasts, including Ticket to Reality, Agents of Fandom, Listen 3000, Fandom Academy, The Critics. all on our podcast network. So anything you want to promote, we got you, and we'd love to have you back on because you are an absolute delight. So fun to talk to you. Before we get out of here, is there anything else you want to plug? Where can people find you on socials, stuff like that?
Yes, you can find me on everything. That's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, at He Is Oliver Twixt. That's TWIXT. You can follow my YouTube channel at Oliver Twixt, or you can go to www.olivertwixt.com and all the links are there. Be sure to watch The Circle if you haven't. Season 5. It's like one of the best out there ever. But I will say nothing. I will say nothing touches season 2 though. Season 2 is like
you're so sweet.
But I definitely pulled that season 2's wig. We said, "Come here, bitch." We definitely said, "Come here." But on all music platforms. Check out my new songs, Throw It in a Circle, as well as Glow Up on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, anywhere where music is streamable, you can find Oliver Twixt. And listen, I'm always doing something, okay? It's never a dull day. There's always something going on. And thank y'all so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out.
Don't leave. Because I want to ask you a couple things that we can't say on the air.
We always got to have the secret conversation off the air after the public conversation on the air. So thank everyone who tuned into the live show today. Those who didn't, of course, you can find this up on YouTube, the Agents of Fandom YouTube page, as well as the Ticket to Reality podcast on all platforms, anywhere you get your pods. Leave us a nice 5-star rating, write us a nice little review. It does wonders, and we very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us today on behalf of myself, Emma, Ryan, Lee Swift, and of course, the wonderful, amazing Oliver. We will see you next week. Peace.